Okay, I think one of the best places to start to look for grant money for your nonprofit is your library because it's free. And actually, it's for certain kind of grants. If you want government grants, don't go to the library yet. What to do is you want to know about grants from foundations, as they call it. Now, these are other nonprofits that give grant money to smaller nonprofits or big nonprofits or anything. But it's nonprofits that are giving away money to nonprofits. Like maybe you heard of the Ford Foundation or these big, companies that have ways to give money to the community and things like that. So how do you find them? See, because in addition to or instead of government programs, they're the places that, give money to nonprofit organizations. Now, the problem is, like 90% of all these foundations, and there's hundreds of thousands of them, don't have websites. So that means if you're going to go searching on the internet to try to find grants from foundations, they won't show up because they don't have websites. So what they do have, though, they have to file, information with the IRS and other public organizations or whatever. And there's private companies that gather all that information. I used to be a company like that, back in my information days. And they gather all that information and they sell it. So they go to the IRS and other places where they have to file out forms, and they put it in a database, which is available on the internet, but it's on their website. And they want you to pay because that's how they make money. So that's what you'll find, and you think you'll have to pay. But there's a way around that. And see, they charge, $1,000, $2,000 a year to be able to use that website. So if you're starting a business or a nonprofit and looking for grant money, you don't want to pay out $2,000 and maybe get a grant from a foundation. Well, if you have that kind of money, God bless you. Maybe you do, and it makes sense for you. But for a lot of people, it doesn't. So the libraries, many libraries around the country have access to those databases. So they want to provide, the community with information. So they subscribe to those databases. You could go into the library and use them. But call the library first, because many times they may not have it, and they'll have to point you to another library. So what to do is contact your local library, call them up, ask them if they have, access to those two databases, GuideStar and the Foundation Center. Okay, and see if they have those. So they're competitors. So you could look at each, both or one or whatever you want to do. And another thing about the library, what they have neat things too, they have librarians usually who know how to use that database. Now, it's supposedly user-friendly and anybody could use it, but if you haven't used it before, it may be good to have somebody to point you exactly what you want. So you can make an appointment. They also have, a lot of libraries have what's called Book a Librarian. Now that's pretty cool. Instead of calling me up and I'll charge you money, you can call them up and it'll be free, and you go there and you get like a half hour at a time. And again, this depends on the library where you live. So if your local library doesn't have it, call, ask them who is the nearest library, because they would have it. And if you can't find that, then what to do is contact the Foundation Center directly. So if you Google Foundation Center, then they'll tell you what libraries have it in the area. But most big public libraries have it. Now, there's two databases there. There's the Foundation Center directory, and then there's GuideStar directory. You could go on GuideStar right now, even at home, and you could get a lot of the information for free. But I think it's wise to start at the library, because they could tell you about it more and whatever, and then they could even show you what more you will have. Because, see, what's neat is you could go into those databases and you're looking for, grant money for your organization, and say you live in, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, to me, it would behoove you to find organizations in Pennsylvania who are interested in solving the problem that you want to work on. Say maybe you want to help kids or the elderly or turn your community green or whatever it is. So there's foundations that have all different kind of problems. So the problem is, the closer you could get to home, that the people feel they know you, because it's a people business. Everything is still a people business, even though with the internet, They're giving it to individuals. So if you're local and part of their community, then you have a better chance of getting it than from some outfit in California that gives money, for something like this. So start local, And so that's two databases. It's GuideStar, and the other is the Foundation Center. The Foundation Center even has classes, and they teach people who run nonprofit organizations and things like that. But the most important thing is finding out where the money is. And those two databases are free at the library, right? So if you're a nonprofit, you don't have a lot of money. So use the free one first.